The champagne flutes caught the light from 1,000 twinkling bulbs strung across Bryant Park's winter village. Michelle Antoinette Rosenberg adjusted her Valentino dress and scanned the crowd of Manhattan's elite, her smile tight as wire. Then she saw him. Michael Anthony Russo. 6'3" of bronzed muscle, leaning against the ice bar in a Tom Ford tuxedo, surrounded by women who laughed too loud at his jokes. Her ex. The gym rat who'd dumped her 3 years ago for someone less complicated. Michelle's champagne suddenly tasted like regret. Funny running into you here. Michael's voice dripped with that old confidence. I heard you got married. Where's the lucky guy? Her throat closed. Because David Alexander Rosenberg, her brilliant, kind, achingly gentle husband, was exactly 4'2", and currently approaching through the crowd, his custom tuxedo perfectly tailored, his warm brown eyes searching for her. There you are, Michelle. David's hand found hers. Small, steady, sure. Michael's eyes dropped. Then rose. His eyebrow lifted. This is David, Michelle heard herself say. The words came out flat. Wrong. You're. Michael let it hang. Husband. David extended his hand. Michael shook it like he was touching something fragile. The music swelled. Conversations buzzed. And Michelle felt the old poison rising, the voice that whispered she'd settled, that everyone was judging her, that she'd married down when she could have had up. David squeezed her hand. Dance with me. She pulled away. I need air. She shouldn't have had that 4th glass. Shouldn't have returned to where Michael stood with his new crowd. Shouldn't have let the champagne and old wounds and bitter shame unlock her mouth. Must be nice, Michael said, gesturing at the party. Your husband throw this? God, no. The laugh came out cruel. David. He does tech stuff. Nothing like this. So how'd you two? He was persistent. Michelle heard herself going somewhere dark. Wouldn't take no for answer. Guess when you're that short, you learn to compensate somehow. Michael's friends snickered. The sound was gasoline. What's it like? Someone asked. Like, logistically? And Michelle, drunk on champagne and old insecurities, said the words that would haunt her forever. Well, at least I don't need to wear heels. My dwarf husband keeps me grounded. The laughter exploded. Across the crowd, David's face went pale. The laughter died when David turned and walked away. Not ran. Not stumbled. Walked, with his shoulders back and his head high, cutting through the crowd like dignity itself had taken human form. Michelle's stomach dropped 6 floors. Michelle? Michael's smirk faded. That was. Shut up. She was already moving, champagne glass forgotten, her Louboutins clicking against the winter cobblestones as she chased him into Bryant Park's quieter paths. She found him by the carousel. The painted horses frozen mid-gallop, the lights casting shadows that made everything look like a beautiful lie. David, I don't. His voice was soft. Shattered. Just, don't. I was drunk. I didn't mean. You meant every word. He finally looked at her. His eyes were wet. You think I don't know? 3 years, Michelle. 3 years of watching you flinch when we take photos. Of feeling you tense when we run into your old friends. Of pretending I don't see you measuring me against every tall man who walks by. The truth hit like a fist. That's not. Your mother warned me. David's laugh was hollow. Hannah sat me down before the wedding. Said you'd been with Michael for 2 years. That he was everything society told you to want. And when he left, you were so broken you married the first man who made you feel safe. Michelle's throat closed. She said that. She said you needed time to see me. Really see me. David's voice cracked. I thought I had time. I thought love would be enough. Asterisk asterisk, have you ever hurt someone so badly you couldn't recognize yourself? Drop your thoughts below. Asterisk asterisk. David, please. I got a call today. He pulled out his phone. From the MacArthur Foundation. They want me to come to the Plaza Hotel. Tonight. Some announcement about the Genius Grant nominations. Michelle's world tilted. The MacArthur Genius Grant, $800,000 over 5 years, awarded to America's most extraordinary minds. Scientists, artists, innovators who changed the world. You're nominated? Nominated? David's smile was broken glass. Michelle, I won. My AI algorithm for early cancer detection, the one I've been working on in our spare bedroom while you were at spin class with your friends, it's going to save millions of lives. They called it revolutionary. They called me one of the greatest medical minds of our generation. The carousel lights blurred. Michelle couldn't breathe. The ceremony's in an hour, David said quietly. Every major news outlet will be there. Forbes. The Times. CNN. He paused. They asked if my wife would join me on stage. He looked at her, then really looked at her, and Michelle saw something die in his eyes. Tell me, Michelle, is your dwarf husband still an embarrassment? Or am I tall enough for you now? The question hung in the frozen air like a blade. Michelle stood outside the Plaza Hotel, her breath forming clouds in the December cold. Through the golden windows, she could see the crowd gathering, scientists, journalists, photographers. David stood at the center, surrounded by people who saw his brilliance first. She didn't deserve to walk through those doors. But her feet moved anyway. The lobby silenced as she entered. Hair disheveled. Mascara smudged. The Valentino dress suddenly feeling like a costume she'd worn for all the wrong people. David stood by the grand staircase. Their eyes met across 100 strangers. I'm sorry. Her voice broke the silence. I'm so sorry, David. Michelle. No. Let me. She moved closer, and the crowd parted. You asked if I'm proud of you now. But that's the wrong question. Because you were always enough. You were always extraordinary. And I was too broken, too shallow, too poisoned by what other people think to see the giant I married. Tears spilled hot down her face. I humiliated you. I betrayed you. And if you never forgive me, I'll understand. But you need to know, her voice shattered, that losing you would be losing everything that matters. David's jaw tightened. The room held its breath. Do you know what I thought, he said quietly, when they told me I won? My first thought wasn't the grant. Or the recognition. It was, I can't wait to tell Michelle. His eyes glistened. Because you're the person I want to share everything with. Even when you can't see me, I see you now. Michelle closed the distance between them. I see you, David. And I'm begging you, let me spend the rest of my life proving it. The silence stretched eternal. Then David's hand found hers. Small. Steady. Sure. One condition, he whispered. We leave the heels at home. Michelle's laugh was half sob. I'll burn every pair. His lips found hers, and the plaza erupted in applause. Camera flashes popped like stars. But Michelle didn't flinch. Didn't hide. Because she was finally standing beside the tallest man she'd ever known. And this time, the whole world could watch.
Hope you learned something valuable from today's story. Stay tuned as we bring more interesting tales your way. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you're the first to know when we post. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Your support means a lot.